By the early 8th century, the Umayyad Caliphate stretched from the coasts of Iberia to the deserts of Central Asia. With Persia subdued and Central Asia secured, the Umayyads now looked east, toward the ancient and wealthy lands of India. In 711 CE, the Umayyad armies crossed the Indus. The Chach dynasty of Sindh, weakened by internal conflict, had collapsed after a series of sieges. With the fall of its strongholds, Sindh became the first Islamic foothold in the Indian subcontinent. By the 730s, a new governor, Al-Junayd ibn Abd al-Rahman, arrived in Sindh, tasked by Damascus to undertake the conquest of Hind. Under his command, the Arab garrison grew dramatically. Al-Junayd drafted his plan in successive waves. He firstly aimed at securing Gujarat, a wealthy port region with fragmented local rule. From there, he would push into Rajasthan and finally divide and advance toward Malwa and the Gangetic Plains. By 735 CE, his swift-moving cavalry column swept into southern Gujarat. Towns fell quickly, local powers were crushed, and Umayyad armies appeared at the gates of Rajasthan. Rajasthan in the 8th century was a land of smaller clans and kingdoms. The major powers rested with the Gurjara-Pratiharas, the Guhilats of Mewar, and the Chauhans of Jalore. They were not unified, and old rivalries ran deep. Many houses fought each other for land, tribute, and prestige. But the fall of Sindh, and now Gujarat, shocked the region. They knew that the Arabs were coming, so for the first time in decades, a confederacy was formed. At its head stood Nagabhata, ruler of the Pratiharas, known for discipline and military reform. Under him gathered the Chauhans, the Guhilats, and several desert clans. The Arabs brought with them seasoned, battle-hardened soldiers. Contemporary accounts describe a force of 20 to 30,000 of fast, cohesive, and aggressive warriors. Nagabhata mobilized a comparable force, around 25 to 30,000 warriors. He prepared to meet the invaders in the open desert to use his desert cavalry. Skirmishes erupted across the frontier. Arabs were harassed by Rajput raids. Their desert ambushes slowed Umayyad advance, gaining the Confederacy precious time. The two armies finally met near the frontier between Gujarat and southern Rajasthan. The Arab formation had light cavalry in the vanguard, camel archers on both wings, Syrian infantry forming the center, and elite commanders with heavy cavalry in reserve. The Indian formation fielded armored infantry in center, archers on higher ground, and Rajput cavalry securing the flanks. Nagabhata himself atop an elephant was overseeing the battlefield. The battle opened with volleys of arrows from Arab camel archers. The Arabs, confident in their mobility, pressed hard on the Rajput flanks. But the Rajput cavalry matched their speed, countering every flanking maneuver. Unable to outmaneuver them, the Arab commanders ordered a head-on charge to break the center. Infantry met infantry. Cavalry crashed into cavalry. A brutal contest of strength and will divided the field. Then came the decisive moment. With the flanks secured and the Arab line fully committed, the Rajputs launched their hidden reserve cavalry, emerging from behind the sand dunes. They struck the Umayyad rear. The entire Arab formation began to collapse. Realizing the danger of total annihilation, the Arab commanders ordered a desperate retreat. But the retreat quickly turned into a rout. The Rajputs pursued relentlessly through the desert. The Umayyad army broke apart. Only fragments survived to return to Sindh. The victory secured the frontiers of northwestern India. More importantly, it established the Gurjara-Pratihara dynasty as the leading power of the region. a dynasty that would continue defending India from Arab incursions for decades to come.